Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we're going to dive into playing Spirits, Spirit Tribal, and specifically the enchantment spirits, and going for some, enchantment synergies in general, and doing some fun things, and seeing exactly how good this deck can be, and see if I can finally make Spirits work for me. It feels like Spirits should be flipping awesome, but we're going to see if it actually works out. One of the main cards we're going for with this deck is Dorothea, the new 2-mana legendary. 2-mana 4/4 with flying, but whenever it attacks or blocks, we have to sacrifice it at the end of combat. But then we also get to pay 3 from exile and turn it into an aura that attaches to a creature, and whenever that creature attacks, you create a 4/4 white spirit creature token with flying that's tapped and attacking, and then you sacrifice that token at the end of combat. So already this card for 5 mana, paying it out there, hitting in for 4 damage, and then putting this onto another creature can, just before combat, we should be able to get in for 8 points of damage with a 2-drop that we're playing in our deck. Up to 5 mana to make it work, but still good. And then that if that creature doesn't die, all of our flying creatures, if we attach to a flying creature as we're attacking with Dorothea, that means it could rack up to being 12 points of damage pretty quickly. The nice thing about Dorothea's Retribution, as well as the other side of this, is that part's not legendary. It can be really, really busted, and we could certainly be making a bunch of 4/4s attacking in the late game if we equip enough of this stuff onto something. So big fan of this Dorothea Vengeful Victim card. I think it'll be pretty sweet. We also have a few other enchantment creatures like Brine Comber, 3 mana 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, or becomes the target of an aura spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token of flying. So this is one of the things we want to be putting stuff onto with Brine Comber. Make more spirit tokens with flying, just be able to get in for damage. We should be pretty tempo-y, pretty aggressive. We have ways to have big hitters with Dorothea, which is a huge thing, but we can also just go wide, lots of spirits attack in. And then the aura side of this, whenever it enters the battlefield or enchanted creature becomes the target of an aura spell, create a 1/1. So basically the same thing, but turns another creature into a Brine Comber, which can be really good, especially if we put it onto a flying creature, and it's only 2 mana to put that onto another creature. Good stuff. We also have Hallowed Haunting, which says whenever we cast an enchantment spell, which is all the aura creatures that we're casting, then create a white spirit creature, a token that's this creature is equal to the power and toughness of each of the spirits you control. That's the main reason to be playing a spirit tribal deck, which is pretty cool. All right, so all the other cards, I'm not going to dive into every single other thing, but that's kind of the main idea that we're going for this deck. We have tons of good spirits in the 1-drop slot here. Usher to Fallen, Ascendant Spirit, some of the best creatures, 1-drop creatures in the format anyway. Having Skyclave Apparition being a spirit as well as sweet. We have some good removal, and then we just have other ways to have auras from the deck, from the sideboard here coming in, or sideboard, from our graveyard coming out with Twinblade Invocation. Spectral Adversary, a really good tempo-y card. I'm not playing as many copies of it right now just to try to showcase. I think that in the end, you probably want 4 of this and 2 of this Twinblade Geist, but I'm trying to go a little bit more heavy into auras. And then Katilda being a really sweet card. The aura that it comes into gives it enchanted creature flying, lifelink, and protection from vampires, and it gets +X/+X, where X is the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. If we get that onto a creature, that creature is going to be busted. Of course, it's an aura. It dies to removal, all that kind of stuff, whatever, but still going to be pretty sweet stuff. And so that's the deck. Let's go ahead and see how this deck does for us in gameplay, and wish me luck. Here we go. Up against Lepus, and yeah, keep this one. Dorothea is a little bit interesting of a one to be playing out on turn 2. Like we typically like to have other creatures on board, because the issue is it's a fantastic 2-drop, but it also leaves us with no board state. Being on the block with it can be pretty nice. We still go for it. We have the Brine Combers, which means that we're going to have lots of enchantments here between Dorothea, Hallowed Haunting, whatever. I really, really wish that this said whenever you control 7 or more enchantments or spirits on the top part there. If it had that, it would be so much better. It would make it a little bit more focused on spirits itself. It would help with, just casting more enchantments, would give you more spirits. It would get to that 7 a lot easier, and I don't think it would be I don't think it would be busted if it said that. Having it focus completely on enchantments for that flying vigilance part. I mean, yeah, I guess it would be busted in some ways, but whatever. All right, get up Brine Comber. Attack in. Yeah, we still have a decent board state. Down to 16, past the turn. We want to, focus on hitting the Brine Comber here, but it's also a pretty decent thing to die. If we find land, what are we going for? Are we going for Dorothea onto this, or are we going for Hallowed Haunting? I don't know. We'll see. If it's another white source, we're probably going for Usher the Falling. Oh, we need white sources anyway. Now Yeah, we put this onto the flyer. It just makes way more sense. I guess I should try to trade off there, huh? But yeah, that's just 5 points of damage every turn with that. Will be good. Up against a control deck, we want to get out this Hallowed Haunting earlier than later. Yeah, with double too. Yeah. Yeah. Faceless Haven could have been a good way to go for there. If they have a negate or saw it coming. Yeah, okay, never mind. Bad stuff. Syncopate. Ooh. Let them trade off with the Brine Comber now if they want. Down to 9. Yeah, what we really want is to get this Brine Comber onto the Spirit now, and hopefully just kind of go all in. Hopefully the Spirit doesn't die. All right, there he goes. It's dead. All bad things. Okay. Apparition. All right, let's see here. Faceless Haven might just be the right play here. Building up a board could be good. I never know the right play there. Faceless Haven is really good. That's a lot of damage right away. I can play out Usher the Fallen, Brine Comber, and put out a decent amount of stuff on board as well. Yeah, we'll build up the board a little bit more. Pass the turn. That gives us 8 damages next turn. Faithful Mending, gain some life. Hopefully they don't put out another blue source here. I'd like to stick the Hallowed Haunting and kind of create some inevitability. I don't have lethal. So yeah, I think we build up our board a little bit more. Hallowed Haunting. Down to 7. Putting the Brine Comber onto the Brine Comber could be really good. That's a lot of tokens. They're up to board wipe damage here anyway. Faithful Judge. Okay, that's fine. Apparition's pretty good against that. Dorothea's pretty sweet here too. Can't play anything else if I play that. How do I win? If they just have board wipe, we're in a little bit of trouble. All right, Apparition, get rid of Faithbound Judge. Get in here, get in. Just there for now. Down to 10, pass the turn. Faithful Mending. Cool thing about this is that our spirits that we're going to make with Hallowed Haunting are massive right now. They're really big creatures. They all die to board wipes, but it's going to be big stuff. Memory Deluge. Sunset Revelry. Okay. Yeah, the Sunset Revelries have been really annoying. Spectral Adversary is good. All right, put this onto here. We're going to force the board wipe to happen. We have Spectral Adversary afterwards, but this is just a massive creature. I'm not going to play out the Dorothea, I don't think, right now. I'm trying to force the board wipe so then we can play stuff afterwards. All right, so attack in. I might attack with Apparition right now too to try to force some damage. If they have board wipe, I don't want them to have a 3/3 afterwards. Getting rid of more blockers could be nice too. I think we're winning through these flyers though, so yeah, hit in, pass the turn. Yeah, with the Memory Deluge and whatever, they should be able to find board wipe pretty easily here. And the main thing here is we just need to keep creating more of these Hallowed Haunting tokens as we go along. There's Doomscar, that's fine. Do I actually want to phase out one of my dudes? I don't have the mana, it's fine. Okay, board wipe happens. Adversary, at least keep some value on board. Faceless Haven just dies to this guy, so yeah, we're just gonna go for that there. Dorothea. Down to 13. Holding on to Usher the Fallen because I need to always have a creature that we can put auras onto to make this valuable and worthwhile. Yeah, now we have a decent board state again. Like this is what I like about this deck, is that we get to rebuild pretty well once we have something like Hallowed Haunting. Dude, you have found every single Sunset Revelry. Yeah, that is 4. That is so many Sunset Revelries. And it is pretty good against us. It's not like the most specific thing, but it's not fun. All right, so attack in with everything. I'm not going with Faceless Haven yet. I want to wait until they have their, nothing on board for that. So attack in like this. Yeah, double blocks, that's fine. Something I can actually do here. I wasn't planning on attacking in with Faceless Haven. We actually keep that alive by just bringing out Faceless Haven as a spirit here. This becomes a 5/5. If they have removal, okay, so they go for Field of Ruin to kill Faceless Haven, that's fine. I'm just forcing him to do stuff now, which is still good for us. Blue mana, white mana. I guess blue mana. Spectral Adversary requires blue mana, right? Yeah, so if we find another one of those, it's great. Down to 10. Do I want to create another Hallowed Haunting creature right now? They have removal for Spectral Adversary. It's really bad for us. But we get to create more tokens that way. I can hold off and be able to put it onto the Usher the Fallen and have an answer there. Forcing them to have board wipe is pretty nice though, where I'm not really putting on enough pressure without doing this. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Lots of stuff right now. I'm hoping that they didn't find board wipe already. Pass the turn. And I want to be presenting lethal as much as we can, or something close to it as much as we can. What's this card? Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Interesting. All right, I believe attacking in here lets us win the game. Yep, that is... All right, it's 8 damage. We've drawn way too many lands. We keep drawing so many lands. The trigger will still go off here. We attacked in, so the 4/4 will come. These guys will go to the graveyard and be done for, but now we have something we can cast at instant speed. Okay. When do I cast this out, though? They don't have counter magic right now. Do I get out Usher the Fallen? No, I think we just passed the turn. I should have played out the land, though. That was a mistake there. It says 4 more cards in hand than we do. So yeah, they're just drawing 2. Do I play this out before they have counter magic now? Let them draw 2. I need to play out the land there. I really messed up there. Okay. 6. I don't know if they've played a land already. Autopay. Autopay. Spent zeros. Yeah. Just trade off there. Bonus scoop stop. Sweet. And we had lethal. Whew. Alrighty. Not too shabby. Up against a Thamer and already starting off in a great way with double Dorothea, exactly what we're looking for. And then some removal. Dreamshackle Geist also being able to tap down creatures, make sure we're getting in for damage. Ooh, and a 1-drop? Okay then. Don't mind if I do. All right, lots of damage output here. Up against a control deck could be pretty swell stuff. Dorothea is one of those weird ones where they're probably not going to want to kill this because it gets value being in the graveyard that we can put onto another creature. So if they spend a removal spell, it's okay. It dies anyway by just, you know, playing it out there. So it doesn't matter as much for them there. Yeah, we'll go Dorothea here first. Not going to attack in yet. We have Skyclave Apparition for the next turn. To get rid of Shamble Geist. What does it say? Whenever at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1. Tap target creature. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Okay, perfect. So we actually might just throw out some more damage on the board here. Cards to be worried about on the opponent's side right now is the Perilous, the card that kills stuff, all 2-drops. We have lots of 2-drops. That would be really bad if they use that in the next turn. Getting out this 3-drop will be really nice for that. I feel like they're holding on to removal right now, and they're like, hey, what do I do? What do I kill? Okay, Skull Scab. All right, kill stuff. Kills Usher the Fallen, I'm assuming. That's fine. Epic exploits. Oh, they made treasure. All right, perfect. All right, Deserted Beach. All right, now what are we trying to do? Yeah, I think it's Apparition. Dreamshackle Geist could be pretty nice here as well. We can tap down this one, see if they want to trade off the Skull Scab. Stacking up those is what zombies are trying to do typically. This is something that will be difficult to deal with in the long run. Where Skyclave Apparition, if they already have removal, it's a little bit annoying already. All right, so yeah, we're going to do this out. This will be the perfect card to put the Dorothea's guy onto as well. So tap the token zombie. And yeah, I'm fine with Usher the Fallen trading off here. That'd be just fine. We are losing 2 creatures potentially if they trade off. But if not, that's 6 points of damage. Adds up. Dorothea's going to die. That's fine. Lets it through. Perfect. Down to 14. All right, now we're going for the aggro, try to race a little bit play. If they hold up mana, we don't go for the Dorothea onto the Dreamshackle Geist. If they do hold up, if they play stuff out, we'll see how bad it is. Skyclave Apparition or Dorothea's Vengeance on this next turn. Playing out the other Dorothea as well once we get some more mana, up to 5 mana. Good stuff. Everything about this is just working out quite nicely. It's just a matter of how good is their answers for what we have. We should be able to close this out pretty quickly, though. 7 points of damage with Dreamshackle every turn. And we're tapping down one of their blockers. Oh, yeah. Or attackers don't get to untap if whatever. Yeah, so Shambling Geist, that's an issue. That can kill our Dreamshackle Geist. And that's the one thing we don't want to have happen. Yep, no blocks. Down to 18. So now we have to deal with this Shambling Geist. So I think we hold off on the Dorothea until we can guarantee a win. We should be able to fairly easily. I can go for Usher, Fallen, and Dorothea. Just get another 4/4 out in the battlefield to be attacking in with. That might be the better play than, and we can save the Apparition until we know we need to hit specific things. So let's get out Plains. We can actually tap down the Shambling Geist as well. So let's go Apparition here instead of Dorothea. Get rid of the... Oh, I can't get rid of the token, right. Get rid of the Scab, I guess. Tap down Shambles. We'll attack in there. I'm fine trading off for the token. Especially with another one here, it should be fine. Okay, down to 11. Usher. Pass the turn. Next turn we get double Dorothea. Both sides of it. Yeah, overall, I'm really liking this deck. I think that there's a lot of good stuff that's going on here. There are definitely weaknesses, but every deck has those as well. I'm interested to see which matchups really work out with this one, because I feel like this is a solid deck for many a matchup. But we'll see in the long run. They know we have this Vengeful Victim. They're holding on to removal or mana right now, which is bad stuff. A Village Rites just kills our Dreamshackle Geist or whatever else. Okay, Deserted Beach. Dorothea. How much damage can I do this turn? I don't want whatever I put this onto to die. That's the biggest issue here. I can just make a token with Usher the Fallen. Force them to wait and we can guarantee the damage. I want this to hit in for 4 damage at least. If I put onto that Apparition right now, it could be okay. But I think it has the biggest downside. So let's just go ahead and attack him with what we got. Tap down the Shambling Geist. I didn't want them to be able to respawn before the Dorothea thing happened there. So now they're probably going to sacrifice, kill the Dreamshackle Geist, but we at least get to get in for the 4. And we are going to boast. I can also put this onto Dorothea, and that's, 8 points of damage right there. Should be fine. We get another one into the graveyard. Most likely another decent amount of damage. All right, so they could have countered the Dorothea. So yeah, this is what we're looking for. We're hoping that they could give us a good chance here. Okay, gets to exploit. Shambling Geist is pretty annoying. Yeah, they get to kill a Dreamshackle Geist. And blocker Apparition. Yeah, this is bad. Yep, they get a 2/2 out of this. Good play for them. Killed most of our board. I knew something bad was coming. I just wasn't sure what it was. All right, so we're looking for another good creature here, another 3-drop. I'm only running one of this Dreamshackle Geist, and I think because I'm trying to run the apparitions, there's a lot of other things in the 3-drop slot, and I'm not sure if that's the right. This is a good card. this might be need to be a 2 or 3 of. But there's just so many other things we're trying to do that are based around, you know, auras and everything else that it didn't fit in as well. But it's a great card. All right. Aghanim Awakening tapped. Passes the turn. Ooh, Apparition is big. Let's see if they have a counter. They don't have the mana for the counter, actually. Anything else with flash? If they have removal, they can get a 4/4 out of this, but at least it won't be a flyer. All right, what do we put this on? I'm going to attack him with, I think, everything. If I put it onto the 1/1, they kill this instead. If I put it on the Usher of the Fallen, they're forced to trade off. Putting it onto Dorothea can just guarantee it goes through, but it doesn't matter as much here. Man, we have another one. We're just trying to close out this game. I think that getting in the damage on this turn is better than not doing anything. They have removal, they kill the Usher of the Fallen, and that's the biggest downside that we can have, that can happen. If I put onto the token, they would have at least not used removal. We could have traded off with a 2/2. Been in okay shape. Power word kill. Yep. All right, had the removal. That's annoying. Attack in. Down to 5 past the turn. That goes away. Get another shot. Again, the biggest issue with auras is that exact thing happening there. The removal can be really annoying. But if they're having to remove our one drop for that, a little bit better. How does this thing read? So, if we be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So I guess counting, it does come out of the graveyard as you're casting it. It goes onto the stack, and then it would be put back in the graveyard, so that becomes an exile trigger. I wasn't sure how that would work. Oh man, we're in trouble. We need another flyer. I can get in for 4 damage. They're tapped out, and so that might just be worthwhile right now. Apparition will give him a 4-drop, but I could force him a trade. Do they have stuff that will deal damage to them? Like, I'm not sure if it's worthwhile to get them down to 1 right now. I think we pass the turn and try to wait to put this on something better. Pass the turn. Especially because we do have the 4-drop that will create spirits for us when we cast out enchantments and whatever. And we're just going to have to try to create more flyers. If we have more flyers, we do really good. If we don't, we're in trouble. Necrodality, yep, Headless Rider. That forces no, this wasn't the one that forced him to lose life, right? Yep, that's good stuff though. All right, they're gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive now. They should go with basically everything on the ground. Seven, no blocks. We'll take it down to 11. Ugh, man, not good enough. Not good enough. All right, let's check out our trusty Dusty MTG Assistant. By the way, this is first link down the screen from below if you guys want to help support the channel. This is a great way to do it. But it gives us our deck list over here, and also our opponent's deck list if we want to see like what things they've played. And then it doesn't give too much information, so it's not feeling like a cheating here. But after the game, it'll show like what deck they think it is based off what decks have been posted to aetherhub.com. Anyway, good stuff. Check it out. We need our good 3-drops and 4-drops. We have plenty of things to find. Just need to find them, you know. Yeah, opponent's going off here. We need to not die. Yeah, cool thing about School Scab is that now they can sacrifice itself. I think they actually should sacrifice Headless Rider. Go crazy wide there. If they sacrificed the Headless Rider, they would have been able to create like so many zombies right then. I guess they still do it here. Yeah, Champion of the Parish it's a wee bit big. Opponent's going off. Man, we were so close to everything. We've drawn way too many lands. I mean, this is 7 lands in a deck that the most expensive thing is a 4-drop creature or thing. Yeah, so bad stuff. How do we not die? We have to block both Champion of the Parishes. Six, 7, 8. Blocking here doesn't really help us. Does anything cause them damage here? Nope. We did have a really good start. This is just not good. Is that? Yeah, I think that's lethal. Good game. Yeah, so this one, yeah, when it exploits, and then we lose 2 life, then they have another one. And we did have Hallowed Haunting off the top. We just needed that, you know, earlier. Oh well. Yeah, they force us to draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, but yeah, we can lose plenty of life. Good stuff. Man, that was a brutal one. We had a really good early game and then just could not follow it up with anything. And they did good stuff. Up against Turbo Pro, cannot keep this hand. Mulligan. Better. Yep, that's decent. What am I dropping here? I think it's an Usher of the Fallen. We want to keep our lands to be able to utilize this a little bit better. And we're looking for just more creatures to play so we can actually get value from Spectral Adversary. I'm totally fine playing this as a 2-drop if nothing happens. In fact, do I want to just boast here? Yeah, I think we do. I think we remove stuff and then we wait another turn with Spectral Adversary. I'm expecting this is werewolves. Yeah, if they just have removal, that's fine. Apparition. Pass the turn. So yeah, when this enters, then up to that many target artifacts, creatures, and enchantments phase out. So they phase out, they don't go back to the hand. Brushfire Elemental. Do I want to kill that? We have Apparition just to kind of keep things a little bit more annoying for them, but... Yeah, Fateful Absence. I try not to use that because the clue can be quite valuable. But whatever. Down to 16, pass the turn. Phasing out goes until their next untap step, right? Their next turn. I think the main thing we're going for here is just try to get a decent size flyer. Having a 3/2 is what we're shooting for. Scoot Swarm. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to keep their insect here. Oh, they don't have a land. I don't want the chance of them having a land here either. Actually, I want to apparition this instead. Yeah, we just need to get rid of Scoot Swarm. So, Adversary, and I think I just phase out the clue. Ooh, Faceless Haven's nice. Not quite enough snowlands. But Apparition gets Scoot Swarm. 4 damage a turn, get rid of their stuffs. So they're a landfall deck. Down to 12 past the turn. Yeah, landfall, the worst thing here is Wrenn and 7. It looks like their landfall deck's stuck on lands though, which is really good. Elemental. Not playing at a land, yeah. Stuck on lands. Good stuff. Faceless Haven. Let's go for it. We found a land. All attack. If they have some way to deal with this apparition, it's really annoying. I don't think they will. Yeah, it went straight to defense. So yeah, we're just trying to put in as much damage output as we can here. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Go down to 2. Having Spectral Adversary as a flyer is really nice. We need to start, stop drawing lands and get something else. Yeah, this is... Dude, we're drawing way too many lands. Is this 8 lands right now? Who gets a landfall deck that has all of them? A seventh land. At least one of them was Faceless Haven. That's nice. That would have been nice in the last one too, a little bit. But... All right, opponent. Needs timing us out here? Probably. All right, opponent drops the 2. I believe they're timing us out here. We'll see. All right, opponent finally scoops it up. Oh man. If you're gonna give up, just concede. It's a really easy thing to do. It's fine. I don't think I did anything offensive there to cause the timeout before they started timing out at least. Oh well. All right, we're up against Winter Sun, and this is a little bit of an awkward hand. I mean, we keep this because the Skyclave Apparitions are so awesome, but we'd love to have a little bit better early game. I mostly want to see if we can get to the Hallowed Haunting and see how good that ends up being. Ooh. All right, good stuff. All good stuff. Yeah, Faceless Haven being really solid here. Liberator. Oh, that's a bad one for us, though. All right, Snow-Covered Island. Ascendant Spirit could be a nice one to get out here. We'll play out the Geist. Pass the turn. Geist would actually be really cool to put onto an Ascendant Spirit that gets like up there at some point. That's another way to win. Yeah, so this enchanted creature has double strike. So this is just, it's a double strike creature which we could stack up, start getting a little bit bigger and better. The Katilda enchantment thing would be really sweet onto that. We do trade off. We don't want something that can kill all of our R's and stuff. That was really what I was hoping for, was a trade off there. Not snow stuff. Yeah, so we go here, we go Apparition, kill you. And now Hallowed Haunting. Hopefully we can dodge Liberator. Typically the mono green decks right now are running 2 of this. Do I want to kill that now? They could have Snakeskin Veil. Would let us attack in, maybe let us play out an Ascendant Spirit. And Hallowed Haunting is really only good once we can play out some other enchantments. Yeah, let's get out more creatures, I think. So, Ascendant Spirit. Another Apparition. I mean, this would be nice to be able to get out other big stuff, but let's just take control of the early game for a little bit. Start getting some damage, down to 18. The issue here is that they just play out a really big dude and we're in lots and lots of trouble now. Be able to start getting other flyers is nice. Oh, it's not a flyer. That's right. Oops. But once we have enough enchantments, then we have Flying and Vigilance on all of our creatures. That's a ways out though. Snow stuff is great. Go in with Faceless Haven. Could be nice. Ping for this means I can't play Hallowed Haunting. I think I get that out anyway, though. And we just say no attacks, pass the turn. We're fine. All right, more Snowlands for Ascendant Spirit. No! Oh, curse you. What the junk? They're playing all of them? All right, let's get some value out of this just to start things off. Snow-covered land. Sweet stuff. Let's go with all the non-snow things. Oh, we actually have a lot of snowlands. I just realized. Okay, so I can buff this up quite a bit. It can become a 4/4. Yeah, I think we do that instead of putting the Twinblade Geist first. So whenever we cast something. Yeah, buff here. Go there. And we're going to go aggressive, down to 14, past the turn. We don't have blockers for Werewolf Pack Leader now. Ooh, we didn't cast a creature right. I'm fine with them sacrificing enchantments, though. That can actually be good for us, because that means that they're losing 3/3s here, which are actually pretty solid. Sculptor Winter, Sculptor Winter. Yeah, attacks in for a bunch, draws a card. It's just when it attacks when it flips over? Oh, I didn't know that. That's bad. No blocks take 1,000,000. Down to 11. Alright, blockers is good. Is buffing better? Comer. Alright, we have blockers now. That helps a ton. We played a creature. Twinblade Geist forces them to sacrifice something. I think we try to get them to be out of mana. Let's just go for the card draw. It's still 6 damage. It's good stuff. I can start blocking with apparitions as well. They won't have any flying protection here. Another blocker's good. Brine Comber is a good thing to put in the graveyard here as well. So yeah, good blockers all around. They can buff up the pack leader, which is annoying. 3/5. I think we block like that there. We block here. They're hitting it for 6 right now. We have lethal with Ascendant Spirit. Just debating if I want to try to make sure we have mitigate any kind of risks here. I mean, yeah, we have lethal with the Ascendant Spirit, so we just try to block as much as we can. Apparitions don't matter as much. They can buff this up. That's all of their mana. Down to 5. That's fine. We get blockers on the next turn anyway. Mammoth. No reach, no reach. All right, we're good. I think we're good. No reach, no removal. This just gets another counters onto it, right? Yeah, so we got him there. Sweet. Like it, yeah, Ascendant Spirit is a good 1-drop. That's the coolest thing about Spirits. If you're playing a Spirit Tribal deck, you get some of the best 1-drops in the format. Like all of the creatures are really, really powerful. The issue is being able to close it out. And I'm really hoping that we can close it out with the Dorothea. We'll see if it keeps working out for us here. All right, up against Varus, and a pretty decent hand. We'll keep this one. On the draw, we have some removal. We have decent 2-drops, 3-drops. Ooh, protection from vampires all of a sudden becomes much better. Lead off with Beach. Pass the turn. Actually, this double strike stuff gets pretty good as well. The dream is we get the Disturb enchantment, the aura side onto one of these Twinblade Geists. Like, that is the ultimate dream. If we can make that happen, good stuff. I think, oh man, Katilda needs to be bigger. But I think we need to be able to kill this Limerick Aspirant right away. Yeah, I don't think we can hold off on that one. Kill that. We can take 3 again. That's fine. Pass the turn. The issue here now is that Katilda is a little bit interesting. It does have protection from vampires, but not from removal. This is just Boros. All right. Yeah, so we play out Snowlands first. Katilda. Protection from their vampires. Pass the turn. No removal, please. Just Boros aggro. Let's see how good that is. Draws a card. Clue. Trying to find land or removal, I'm assuming. Try to see if it's 2-color or not. Tax in. Sweet stuff. Protection from vampire. Gain a little bit of life, kill a thing. All right, Dorothea. Twinblade. This Katilda is going to be sweet. It gets bigger and bigger. The lifelink is awesome. Do I get in for the lifelink now, or do I try to... if they have removal, it's annoying here. The protection from vampires is nice, but they've drawn enough cards. I think we're in trouble. I think we go for the lifelink. Down to 17, gain some life. I'm fine if it dies, because then we get to put onto a Twinblade Geist, and life is fantastic. Boros Party. Good stuff. Okay, we'll trade off there. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. All right, sweet. Sweet stuff. Dude, okay, I'm liking spirits. Like, just imagine what would go on from that point. Like, Katilda, if they don't have removal for Katilda, the protection against vampires already showing off being good. But even if it dies, 5 mana, suddenly our Twinblade Geist gets flying lifelink, protection from vampires, and +X from everything. Dude, this is how we drew it up, and it is working. I like it. All right, that felt really solid. Let's check out Trusty Dusty MTG Assistant here to see our stats. And yeah, Spirit Tribal, 80% win rate. Lost at the very beginning, 4 wins in a row. That's like the exact same thing that happened with my last video. So yeah, overall, I like the deck. It's really solid. I'm not sure. There's a couple of things we need to be bringing in. I don't have any counter spells, counter magic right now. But I like what we have. We have a lot more removal. We have a lot more threats. And it would be hard to remove those threats for what we have. I could see us, instead of playing some of the lands, to go for some of the other... spell lands like Jori Disruption or whatever. The issue though is that then Ascendant Spirit becomes much worse if we don't have consistency in our Faceless Haven, whatever, all this other stuff. Yeah, so overall, I actually really like how the deck is built right now. Katilda, I actually feel like I wanted more of. I was at first not sure I wanted this, but Katilda I think needs to be big more. We need more of Katilda. 3 I think would be pretty decent. I don't think you need more than that. Dorothea, Vengeful Victim, really sweet card. I really did like that. It was a threat in that people were having to deal with it. It was getting in for the 4 damage at the beginning pretty consistently, or blocking a really good big creature, which is good for what we need to do. I think it fills a slot that we were needing in the Spirit stack to begin with. If people don't have removal, sorry, kid is screaming in the background right now. But if we don't have removal, or if the opponent doesn't have removal, it's a game-ending card, which we just need more and more of those. We have that with this. We have that with Brine Comber. We have that with Katilda. We have that with Hallowed Haunting. If people just don't have ways to answer it, we will be able to win in the long run. Ascendant Spirits that way. I guess Usher the Fallen, if they don't have blockers, whatever, it can be pretty good for us as well. So like almost every card in this deck becomes a deal with this or it will win the game. And having that in all of the pieces of this deck becomes really powerful, and they synergize well and they do whatever. So I really like this deck. I really think it's really powerful. There's definitely weaknesses. Twinblade Geist is one of the cards I'm not positive about. I'm not sure if it becomes a 2 of though, like, because I do like the double strike. So actually that's probably where it's at. I think we come down to 2 of Twinblade Geist. I think we go up to 1 more copy of Spectral Adversary, 1 more copy of Katilda. I think that gives us enough other forms of removal with Spectral Adversary there. Katilda is another just good threat. Twinblade Geist I think will be fine in that slot, and we just have more good stuff going on in general. So yeah, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.